Hey everybody. Um, little bit of wait here, but this is CWL season, I believe, 8 finals. This is actually kind of a rematch, I think, of the season 5 finals, and where ProNexus Aurora, after a long hiatus, came back, and we have Dynamite Sapphire as well, the last season's champions, trying to reclaim it. I'm T. I'm joined by Mitch.
Hello.
Hey Mitch, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been several months.
Yeah, it has been several months. Fortunately, couldn't get any cast going, but we are back and we are getting a really good match here. If we can look at the lineups real quick. Actually, before we go to the lineups, you want to talk about these team seasons first?
Yeah, so if... Look, 1 second. So this season... The season was really interesting, especially in comparison to last season. We saw a lot of the top teams from Season 6 drop out. A lot of newer teams, or not newer teams, but teams from Division 2, like Rompe Combos and Team Racing, were taking up those Division 1 spots. This season, we had a lot of those teams come back.
Yeah,
which was really cool to see, like Anani and Alka making for a really fun season.
Yeah.
Overall.
Speaking of Anani, Anani was insane this season. I remember they were like absolutely dominant. Honestly, I thought they would make it finals until ProNexus Aurora, who came back and actually I think had a huge upset against them.
Yeah, so PNX, their way into the finals was beating Anani 2-1 in semifinals. Definitely not a result anyone expected, especially like you said, their season, they were the number 1 seed coming into the playoffs, 8-2 record overall. Very strong performance. But PNX came out on top.
Yeah.
Again, I think a lot of people weren't expecting it, but really good on them for coming out with that win. And then Sapphire came in over their win over STK.
Yep.
And that was also a 2-1, I
yeah,
believe.
very close, very close. Both of the 2 seeds, I think, taking out the 1 seed of their each conference. And
yeah,
PNX, I'm actually very impressed with PNX Aurora, because I remember I think they started the season 0-3, so their form is insane right now. I think they only dropped to, I believe, Anani, if I'm not mistaken, before, but they beat them now, and I think in the last, like, 10 matches, they're 8-2, which is really crazy. So yeah.
A really good comeback from them for sure.
Yeah, and then I think Sapphire, I think they started out strong, and then kind of like sputtered a little bit at the end of the season.
They had some hiccups in their season for sure. Especially, I think the biggest upset for them was their loss to Dynamite Emerald.
Right.
Their first match, or their first season in Division 1. But I remember that War Emerald played very, very well. But yeah, definitely an upset considering Sapphire, number 1 seed coming into this season.
Right, and the defending champions as well. Let's go over the lineups real quickly, because I believe they are joining the room. But for ProNexus Aurora, we have Astre, Haruru, Kura, and Romaine. And we will be watching Astre's POV for the first match. And, just talking about it a little real quick, Haruru, a huge addition for ProNexus Aurora.
Yeah, so Aurora using a little more of a reformed lineup in comparison to what they've used in the past. Haru being their biggest pickup, like you said. Haru, one of the best Japanese players in 4v4 format, and has been a huge addition to this team. Just a great all-around player in the front and the pack. opting to use Romaine today for bagging. I think they've been switching off between Romaine and Trash doing that, so I think that will work out well. And then Astre and Kura, names that we've heard in the community for a very long time.
Yeah.
Even when ProNexus was on hiatus, I know Astre especially was still playing Lounge quite a bit, so definitely didn't lose any of that.
Yeah, I think that main
potential.
I
didn't
do
have
want
any of that potential rust.
I do want to talk about Kura because I think the main reason why they didn't come back last season was he was on a break, but he's been playing insanely well. Maybe not like scoring the highest, but he's an insanely, very strong communicator and a very strong pack player. I know from playing. I heard from people who play him in Lounge and also in Wars. But we can move on to Dynamite Sapphire. They're going with their World Cup lineup actually, with Bachigal, Jimmy, Speedy, and Super FX.
So I feel like there's not much really to say about this lineup. We've seen them time and time again perform in World Cup and Clan War League. Just arguably the best team in the game right now, and they've shown it over and over again. So looking for their second title today and their third title for Dynamite, and they have a very good shot at winning. So yeah, like really there's not much really to add on with this team. This is the main lineup they've stuck with for most of the season.
Yeah. Actually, I do think I want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
I know that Jimmy has not been playing a lot recently. I know they've opted to have FX or Super FX bag and have someone like Carlitos or like Player also play, but both are unavailable. So if this lineup doesn't go well, then we will be actually seeing Carlos play for Sapphire, and then for ProNexus Aurora, we'll also be seeing probably Trash play as a bagger.
Yeah, that is a good point. They were using Carlitos quite a bit. In Sapphire was using Carlitos quite a bit this season in their main lineup, and he's a great player in the front. But I think they've opted to slot him out for these playoff matches. And yeah, a good thing you mentioned Player, because I probably would have forgotten. He was a huge player in their match last week against STK. One of the best runners in the game, period. He just, when he is in the front, he is absolutely unstoppable. But I think he only played semifinals last week, and then I think he only played one regular season match, so haven't been able to see much of him just because of how his schedule fell. But we'll see how they can play without him this week. But again, this is their Sapphire's like main lineup, I would argue. So I think even without Player, they will perform quite well.
Yeah, and
but it looks like we're heading right into the match now.
Yeah, and we're going into GC and Yoshi circuit, which is actually a pretty big frontrunner compared to in Mario Kart 8, where there's no build strat, so pretty big runner. We will see. I should probably go switch to Astre for this match. My apologies, but yeah, we will be watching Astre this match, and then we'll be switching over to Bachigal match 2. And we see
very interesting poll on the first set.
Yeah.
Again, for those who don't know, the first item set is a completely randomized item. It's not dependent on your spot. It's purely random. There are some items you can't pull, like megas and stars you can't pull in the first set, but you can pull mushrooms, and that's what we see Astre pull on the first set. So yeah. He's going to take an early lead.
Yeah,
hopefully try and save this mushroom for the cut lap 2. Yeah. He does have support. I think that's Kura behind him right now. Top 2 for PNX.
Yeah, and
going into this cut, but yeah, this is a very strong start for Astre.
Yeah, and Astre, kind of known for pulling those double shrooms in first box, and it's just really funny to see it happen. It's really good as well, because you can just take a cut here and get a huge break right now. And this looks like a very solid top 2.
I think Kura also took it. Yeah, Kura also took the cut, so that's a top 2 break now. And really the only thing that's going to stop this is a blue shell. Yeah,
we do see Bachigal now in 4th place, and he gets hit by, I think that was Haru there, and that's Haru's impact right there. And
We're getting traded, but that's not really going to matter. PNX is gone in top 2 now. Really, only a shock is going to stop this, or a potential blue.
Yeah, and we see not really good items right here, and we do see probably a top 4 even from PNX.
Yeah, that's a strong start.
Yeah, that's a strong
Again,
start.
when you pull those shrooms on the first set and you can just hold them like that, you're invincible. I saw the blue shell explosion there. I think the bagger might have pulled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good start for PNX. That is the classic Yoshi circuit, pretty much.
1, 2, 4, 7. I think that's the top 2, 4, 7, right? Yeah, for PNX.
Yeah, Romain getting that extra point. So I think it's worth talking about how the bagging meta has evolved since we've last casted MK Tour on MK Central. So overall, the bagging meta, baggers in general have just improved quite a bit to the point where very few boxes are touched by both baggers. You may see races where only 2 boxes, maybe 3 are touched per race. And as a result, shocks are a lot less common.
Right.
So potential to see a lot of shockless races in these final matches here, as the baggers aren't gonna really be touching those boxes. And again, a last place box, I think that's still only like a 20% chance of shock, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, and we do see top 2, or we do see Vanilla Lake. I think this is one of the newer tracks, a very, very high variance map where anything can really happen.
Triple shrooms here for Calm.
Yeah, and we see.
I'm not sure what just connected on that PNX member, but a star to top it off. That's a really good set of item pulls.
Wow, 3, 5
for Calm, and that's a really good recovery there from Sapphire.
Yeah,
it's really hard to cast races like this since they are over in literally 30 seconds, but that's a really good recovery race there.
Yeah.
So what's really powerful on that track is shrooming off of those ramps like you saw Calm do with his triple shrooms. That's the best way to use those items. And then I don't know if it was Calm's green or if it was a red that connected on that PNX member right ahead of him, and that just propelled him up to the front. So that was really good play.
Yeah, I'll get you guys the scores real quick. I believe the first race was 1, 2, 4, 7. Yeah, it was.
For
and
PNX.
Then, this one was 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we have a 4-point lead for Sapphire right now, and we are going to Cheap Lagoon Beach. I forgot about this one. Lagoon. Yeah, I think this one is. We haven't casted this one, right? Or I think.
No, I think we did.
Yeah,
I think this was in the game.
Honestly, I feel like this track is super. It's either you can either heavily front run it or like it's a catch up track, and there's like no in between.
Yeah, I think it's similar to Yoshi's Circuit, and if you pull those shrooms on the first set, you see, I think that's Speedy who got shrooms on the first set there, and that's going to be really strong. Unless he gets... No, he gets redded, actually.
Yeah, he gets hit
has
up
a
by
follow-up red for him, so that's a early lead for PNX. But Star coming up, and that Star takes out Harura. That's a really good
that horn takes out Astre right there, too.
Yeah, that's a miscommunication there from Haruru. That horn's going to be devastating for him.
See Calm now in first place, has the double protection, so that is good. He needs to be careful of any snipes or reds. There is one red coming out or on him, but they do secure the top 2.
Yeah, top 2 is good. They just have to see if they can fend off these power items like shrooms and stars that PNX are going to pull here.
Doesn't look like anything for Astre there, but you do see a horn as well. And that horn is kind of that's so scary. But 1, 3, 6, 8, I believe that's a small winning race for Dynamite Sapphire. That was I think there was a troll there actually, if I'm not mistaken.
1, 3.
That was a bagger.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do want to point out that was a really good play from Calm. He used the Mega to horn the bagger's Romain's Mega away, so he couldn't get hit. And then Romain did try and bill him, but he missed. So that was a good attempt from Romain, but Calm had the item to counter that. I honestly, I think if Calm got any other item, he was going to get hit by that Mega. So
right, no. That was a very smart play by
there from him.
Calm right there.
So yeah, 1-3-6-8.
Yeah, only a -1 race though for PNX, so it does. We do have a still a very small lead that can change at any point.
At this point in the war, that is pretty much nothing.
Yeah,
it's a very even race. So,
and now we're going to
Airship Fortress. Personally, one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, I know how much you like this one
in the game, and very good running. I do want to point out this tour. I don't think we've talked about this yet. So this tour is the Me Tour, introducing the Me outfits into the game. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. So there is actually a heart. You'll see all these players are using a heart character. There is a heart Me outfit, but unfortunately, it is medium size characters, so you won't see any players using it.
Yeah, and Astre
that hitbox factor. Early trail there for Astre. He has the Shroom to recover, but an early top 3 for Sapphire is looking pretty good.
And this track is insane. Is super heavy on the front running aspect, so we will probably see they might keep this top 3. But if we look at Bachigal's POV, it is very close, so they might be able to break. PNX might be able to break through. And right
especially if they can get these lag trails off like they just did.
Yeah, and right now, that was a nice snipe or nice backspam right there from.
I don't think that hit. Actually.
Okay.
I think it was a lag trail again. So Calm has nothing. When they can get these lag trails off, that's the chance for PNX to make a comeback. But that's just a heart and fourth, so he can't do anything.
It's not really that great.
Yeah, he doesn't want shrooms at this point.
Yeah, he wants to.
But he'll just chain right here and get something else.
Double greens is actually pretty good.
There we go. That's what he wants right now. 2 protections.
Oh, he has to be careful of the bomb. He backs 1.
Yeah, this is looking like smooth sailing right now, unless there's a blue shell coming in.
Yeah. Seeing
back attempt. Yeah. I don't think that hit. Kind of risky for him to be going for that.
Oh, this red is gonna be scary
here. That skipped Calm, and Speedy had a trail, so that doesn't connect, but he will take... Oh, never mind.
Wow.
Calm was somehow still there, and that's the top 3 for Sapphire.
I don't know what happened. So on Calm's screen, I think what happened was... Well, I saw on Calm's screen that he actually didn't get hit there whatsoever.
No, I knew he did. I knew he didn't get hit. That was a very... sketchy. I think he was going for the side red, but I think Calm was in the air, and when you are in the air, reds will tend to skip you. That's just an interesting mechanic of the game. I don't know why it's a thing, but when you're in the air, reds just pass you. And then it probably went for Speedy, and Speedy had protection, so it didn't hit anyone. Unfortunate
for Astre right there. That would have been actually insane. That would be really huge.
It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt.
And we are going to 3DS Bowser's Castle T. So honestly, really fun track in my opinion. One of the newer tracks that I don't think we've ever casted.
Yeah, no, this is a newer track. One thing I was talking about the tour before. This tour has a lot of track variety in comparison to other tours. They're not. I would say like there's not a lot of like repeat tracks other than Mushroom Gorge, which is the featured track of this tour. But like there's a lot of track variety outside of Mushroom Gorge. So we'll see a lot of different tracks today, which is cool. Some tours are not like that at all. You see a lot of repeats.
And we see an early front run opportunity for PNX right now. And
Sherman first, he'll just use it right here and get... Oh, no. Maybe he won't. He'll chain it. Interesting play, Maybe he probably would have opted... I would have opted to get the distance, but he gets double protection anyways.
Yeah. We do see Calm right now in 4th place. Getting... Ooh, that's not a good pull. And I do think Haru did take a... Oh, no. Haru gets hit out, and there's a 2-3 right now for... for Dynamite right now.
Yeah, that's a good hit from Speedy, but looks like Haru can recover. Yeah, they need to break this top two
Yeah.
ASAP.
Oh, speed or Bachigal gets hit.
Yeah, interesting random green. That red. Okay, that red connects. I was unsure because that was a star, but it looks like he's really trying to break into that top 2 right now. He needs to get into second for that last set if he can.
I see a blue
Try
shell,
and get
and
Astre out.
Astre does get hit by the blue shell.
Yeah, blue shell
And
coming
now
in.
Speedy's in first.
Yeah, he crosses the box in first. That is not ideal for him. And
oh, he gets hit out.
Yeah,
and...
just like that. That's a double red from Haruru, and top 2 for PNX off that.
Yep. 3, 4, 5.
So that is an interesting scenario where the team play and communication should have been handled a little bit better. If the blue shell was coming out on Astre and Speedy was in second, he should have dropped to avoid touching that first place box.
All right.
First place boxes are notorious for giving you that double coin, and when that is pulled, you are, even if you pull one protection and one coin, you are kind of screwed, and you're just going to get redded.
Yeah. I also, another play that they could have done was, you know, maybe kind of hold the blue after...
Waited to throw the blue.
Yeah, after Astre pulls it, but, you know, there might be some other factors that could have happened and whatnot. But I would like to see them get probably hold the blue there until he passes the set, so there's no chance that Speedy would get double redded, or there's less of a chance that he would get double redded. But we are going to Mushroom Gorge, the newest track in this game, and I know your personal favorite, Mitch.
Yeah, this is such a good track. I love it. Actually, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was unsure seeing that when this track was introduced, or when it was announced, I was unsure how it would play in this game. It's actually not as bad as I expected. I expected with like how mushroom physics work, how this would not work so well in the game, but it seems to play pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I think it's...
Other than there's a few gimmicks that are kind of breaking the track, but other than that,
I know
plays pretty well. I
think the normal version is actually probably one of the better versions of this track, because I feel like the mushroom physics actually work with the... Right here you can see it's actually a lot faster than you would than other games like Mario Kart Wii. And I don't know about Mario Kart 7, but I know for Mario Kart Wii, it's a lot slower and whatnot.
Yeah, you don't get nearly as much air off of them, which I think helps.
Yeah, and oh, that was a nice red attempt onto Astre. And right now, a little bit of a shuffling right now. Let's see if that's not the best pull, but he does get protection, which is good. See where
I'm not sure if... I think that's common first. He's probably not going to hold it.
Yeah, no.
Honestly...
It's gonna be
no, I think he gets double protection. No, oh no, he did get hit. Never mind.
Yeah,
but
1-3-5-7, or it's 1-3-5 for a very chaotic ending. I've noticed, because that last cut, like, even though it's not like a gap jump or anything, it's still a huge cut that like a lot of people take at the end and whatnot. Kind of reminiscent of...
it's like really the only cut on the track.
Yeah, even if the game's different, you know, still that ending is insanely chaotic. And 1-3-5-8 for Dynamite Sapphire, and extending that lead to I believe that is 14. My bad.
Yeah, so really these small winning races, that's really all that Dynamite Sapphire needs here. They're developing that lead so they can have wiggle room even if some races go bad, that they aren't in a dire situation. 14 isn't that much yet, but building that lead slowly over several races is ideal for them.
And we are on a new track as well, not only for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but Mario Kart Tour. We do have Sky Garden.
Yeah, so for those of you who are 8 Deluxe players, this may be the first time you are seeing this track in Mario Kart Tour. It's pretty much exactly the same as it is in 8 Deluxe. So, yeah, very similar in how they function. But that's Calm getting sniped off the mushroom there. A bit unfortunate, but an early top 2 for Dynamite is always good. The one difference I would say there is between 8 Deluxe and Tour is this cut right here is you can nisk pretty easily. I don't know how easy it is.
It's pretty
to do
easy to
in
nisk
8
it,
Deluxe.
and it's niskable in 8 Deluxe as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's very easy in Tour. You just empty hop, and that's that.
Yeah, and
the one thing is the slow alignment out of it can be a little annoying, but
yeah, the way it works in
it's very easy.
Yeah, and we do see actually a really good 2-3-4 right now. If they can hit out the person in first, early shock actually coming in, and this actually might be good.
Yeah. Oh, that was that was a really good play from I think that was Super Effects there. Ooh, not quite.
Oh, wow.
Good attempts.
Bachigal taking first out of nowhere and just comes out of thin air. And yeah, that's interesting, because if normally what you would do is you would look at the top left to see if someone passes you. 2, 3, 6, 7, 4 T and X right there. But normally what I would do is I would look at the top left, but since we're close to the finish line, it does the thing where like it hides your spots and whatnot, and then because of that, Calm can easily, or Bachigal can easily sneak up and get first, and Astre with really good reaction time, but unfortunately not fast enough.
Yeah, I do want to point out that was I can only assume that was a Sapphire shock, because they were able 5-6 were able to get into the set pretty close to the rest of the pack. And then also FX did a really, really smart play. I don't know if you caught that. He was able to touch the box in second after shock and double red. Whoever was, I think it was Haruru, who was right behind him.
Right.
But Haruru touched the box in first, so he was able to double red him. That was such a good play from FX there.
Yeah, and we are going to DS Waluigi Pinball R, and honestly another one of these huge front running tracks that we've actually been seeing a lot in this war so far. Ooh, that was a nice snipe attempt, but unfortunately Astre gets hit out. Same with
another early trail onto Astre. It looks like he's been taking a fair amount of those right after the first set. Definitely a big issue that a lot of players deal with, especially new players, is how do I avoid taking that trail after the first set and how to space correctly. It's very difficult. You even see that in high level play like this.
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice back spam.
Nice back.
Yeah.
Great back spam from effects there.
Oh, I think I saw Speedy
taking a random green, so
yeah.
Top 2 still being held, but that could have been a much better. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what?
That's
I
so
was trying to switch to Bachigal, but what happened? I was looking away.
I think Speedy sniped him out of the glider.
Oh, that's really good play by Speedy. Wow.
That was crazy.
Anyways,
there was no way he intended to do that, but that's such a crazy snipe. That's Astre. That's probably Astre getting 6th without a question.
Right now we do see Bachigal in a second right now, holding Super FX. Throws a red at Super.
He meant to throw that.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a misplay. He should just opt to hold these.
Yeah, I think he's throwing one.
Maybe he'll back at the glider.
Yeah, maybe.
Memes.
Oh, the banana!
Oh my gosh.
And that actually changes the race. I think that if Romain gets 7th there, that actually becomes a winning race for PNX. What a play! I think that was.
So Jimmy's gonna have to try to get 7th here for sure, but that's just. That was completely really good avoidable, play. To be honest. That was not very interesting how that race played out.
Yeah, but it was just really good play. I think that was by, I want to say that's actually by Kura, if I'm not mistaken. He got 2nd there. Yeah, he did. Very good play by Kura. Unfortunately, it didn't do much, but it helped. it helped alleviate the damage.
Hey, that burrito's here.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to preface that you don't normally see hits like that off the glider very often, but that was an exception. That was just crazy. Again, two that were probably completely unintended, but that's just how it played out this time. That was, yeah, you very rarely see snipes like the one we saw on Astre in that glider. That is just crazy. So yeah, both teams are going to need to recover from that going into Calamari Desert here. Actually, I'm not sure what... I didn't see what version it is. It looks like D. So, yeah, this track, really powerful if you can get that shroom on first set. I don't think anyone did. Although Kura had one, I think he just opted to hold it. But... yeah, we're going to see people attempt to drop out. I don't think Kura dropped out in time, though, so he does get punished for that, and that's a top 3 now for Sapphire, and that's very powerful on this track. But we do see Romain in last.
Yeah,
so that is worth mentioning.
Always a possibility of shock, especially on this track, is very powerful because there's huge cuts here. Unfortunately, not...
Speedy does get taken out, and somehow it looks like a 2-3, even a... okay, thoughts are shifting quite a bit. Top 3 was broken very quickly by BNX. One protection.
Oh, double reds.
And not enough. That's Calm getting redded off that ramp. That is one of the worst ramps to get hit off of, and that's a top 2 for BNX at the end. I'm not sure what happened. That top 3 looked pretty good from Sapphire, but I think they just didn't have the items to follow through with it, and they get taken out after I think the second set. So good play from Aurora there. I think it's worth mentioning that I think it was Speedy right after that second set. Calm and Calm is Bachigal, by the way. I keep calling him Calm, but that's the name he used to go by. So that's who I'm referring to. But him and Speedy were pretty close, so I think Speedy got rid of one of his red shells, and I think that opened them up to getting hit. It's really important when you have those top positions, you have your lowest runner have protection and keep it at all costs and avoid getting hit out. I think they weren't able to do that quite well enough.
And we're going into the last GP, only a -9 for ProNexus Aurora, and this is a huge potential to be a big track for them to come back on.
Yeah, Vanilla Lake is a make or break track for whichever team. If they're the winning team or the losing team, this is just it has such a huge potential to swing a war. So I'm gonna opt to drop out and get these lower boxes here, and this isn't quite what he wants. He probably wants to pull a triple shroom or star here. Dropping
nice
to
hit
red,
right
that's a
really good
start.
start.
I think that connects. That's a good play. Yeah, I don't know why he was testing that mega there. That was not ideal. But he has the star for the end.
He gets a red off
red,
too.
I think that red connects, and that's a 2-3.
Top 2.
Or no, top 2.
Wow, top 2, 5, 6. Bottom 2 is huge for Dynamite Sapphire right there. And this actually might be... this is looking pretty bleak right now for ProNexus, but they have made crazier comebacks in the past.
Yeah, for sure. It is still doable. Not over till it's over, but again, that track is so pivotal in how, especially when it's towards the end of the war. But I say that, and now we have Ghost Valley 1 plays very similarly to Vanilla Lake in several aspects. So
yeah, it's not as swingy as Vanilla Lake, but it still has
not quite.
Yeah, we might see all run potential from both of these teams. And honestly,
I think ProNexus should be all running here for sure.
Because
it's a 20-point difference with 2 left. They need to make a drastic race here.
Right.
Plus 11, plus 13 if they can.
Mm-hmm.
I think Romaine's still burned out.
Dropping, actually.
Yeah, I think Romaine's still burned out, which is interesting. But
yeah. Oh, that banana is so scary.
Yeah, I think what Sapphire is trying to do is have presence in all of the positions. They don't want to be completely destroyed by a potential shock, even if they're not in last. So they're trying to evenly distribute here.
They're just trying to do damage control. They're not trying to win the race. They're just trying to make sure they win the war.
Yeah, for sure. That's the Sapphire getting hit. Actually, never mind. I think that was lag.
Yeah.
But top 2 right now.
Astre gets hit out.
Yeah, he can't quite get his red out there to avoid that.
Yeah.
That red from, I think that was...
Oh, we do see it's blue. Blue getting hit out, actually, from...
Blue getting hit out, but doesnit doesn't matter. Yeah, top 2 looks pretty solid right now for Sapphire. If they get this top 2, this is a win.
Yeah.
And it looks like they'll... 1-3, but... red. Very interesting ending. But I think that's still enough.
Yeah, it's still enough.
So that's Sapphire taking match 1 there. Yeah, that was really smartly played. I do want to point out that they evenly distributed the spots, and then after the last set, lap 1, is when I think it was FX who made the approach to the front in his Mega, which was really good. And then he was able to hold top 2 with Jimmy after that. That was a really good approach to that race.
We're going to end it off with GBA Cheap Island Trick. I believe, is there any matches getting played right now? I believe
I think M3FR is in finals in Division
5.
5.
Yeah, they are. And I know that
should be happening right now then.
Yeah, I know that there's a TRT team racing, was it Thunder Racing Team? Is that right?
Yeah.
Thunder Racing Team Mario
in Division 3.
is playing Division 3 against I believe that Warriors team, which is a very strong team, honestly. Shout out to them.
That'll be a good match for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about some of the other matches happening. So those 2 should be happening right now in 3FR and Division 5. I forget who they're playing against. I can look.
I believe they're playing against Murderwind Thunder.
Murderwind, yeah. And then TRT playing against Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Division 2 is Team Racing Warlord and Speed Masters. That'll be happening tonight. That is a LATAM matchup, so that'll be happening later tonight. But that'll be a solid match as well. And
Division 4, I believe, is family-friendly Interbloom and Diamond's Rebels United making it. Unfortunately, taking out their own Diamond Rebels team as well. And
that was interesting to see that matchup in semifinals. But
yeah, and then we have Galaxy Racing Power versus Extreme Bots in Division 6 at tonight. And I believe that's it, because the other divisions are a little bit on the smaller side, so they already finished their season. But congratulations to Testigos de Yoshi with a perfect season in Division 7. And congratulations to Zero Gravity for going 8-1-1 and winning Division 8. But yeah, that is the final. We'll be going to a little bit of... I'll actually need to check, because I do have 2 of the members next to me.
Yeah, so we'll get an update on what's happening, but congrats to Sapphire on that match 1. Very well played. A few slip-ups on a few races, Waluigi Pinball notably, but very well played overall. They had front presence quite a bit, and they capitalized really well on those run tracks. Like Vanilla Lake, again, like I said, it's very those tracks have the potential to swing wars. So keeping your composure on those tracks, I think that's the most important. Is just keeping your composure on those tracks. And like we saw, Sapphire, they had the front presence a lot, but they also had that presence in the back, and that's really important. Even if it's not in last, just going for those power items early is super crucial, and that's what we saw a lot of here. So very well played from Sapphire. I think final score. I think T might have left for just a second, but very convincing win for Sapphire match 1. So congratulations to them. Getting some updates on other matches. M3FR took their first match against Murderwind, so they'll be going into their second match at the same time. I don't think we have any info on the Thunder Racing team match, but that should also be going on at this time. So do we have an update on what's going to be happening?
Yeah, so they're gonna so first off, we do have a final 242 to 226. I'll probably put that up in between the break, but there will be a 10-minute break, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Cool. We might be at the hour. I'm double checking right now. Sorry about it. I'm just a little bit of a
yeah. So either way, we will be going into a break before our second match. So yeah, stick around because we will be going right into the second match very shortly.
Yep. We'll see you then. Hey guys, we're back with it. I'm T, joined by Mitch, and we are back for more Mario Kart Tour action.
Yeah, so headed into the second match here. Dynamite taking the first one pretty convincingly. We'll see what Aurora can do going into the second match. Do you know if we have any lineup changes?
No lineup changes from what I've been told. I think they feel like this is probably the best lineup to ProNexus Aurora's best chance to take down Sapphire. They feel like having Haru there is going to be super important up in the front. So we'll see. I think if they want to improve, it'd probably just be like the team kills, because I feel like the team kills has absolutely ruined ProNexus Aurora last match.
Yeah, definitely some miscommunication, a little bit of some sloppy play from PNX that first war. So, some of it, it could come down to the language barrier.
Right.
I know that, they've been playing together for 6 weeks now for this tournament, and a little bit before that even. So, is that still a factor?
Yeah.
It could be, maybe not.
Also, there might be a
I know they probably have to speak in English, right?
Yeah, they do. And those, it's not their first language. They would rather,
It's not any of their
yeah, it was going to be kind of awkward. But, also I think the distance as well kind of lends to, there's going to be a lot of hits. I know that I think Haru got hit a lot, or, Haru hit people a lot and whatnot. So I think that's the main thing. It's just that they need to be worried. They need to be careful about the spacing. They need to be communicate a little bit better as well. But they have the capabilities of doing this. They did take down a very strong enemy team last time, and that's honestly one of the best teams in, I think, probably all of CWL, because of how strong they, now maybe not the strongest players, but they probably have one of the best chemistry up there with Dynamite Sapphire. But no changes as well for Dynamite Sapphire. They're gonna stick with their main rosters as they should. That roster it worked out really well. And I do actually have some news for if you're interested in the other divisions. TRT is up 1-0 versus Warriors in Division 3.
Nice.
And as we mentioned before, M3FR, I think Thwomp is up 1-0 in their final match versus Murder Wind Thunder. So yeah, those are the matches that are going on. If we do, if any of those matches go to match 2, we'll probably be rating one of those guys after this stream. But yeah, I think they are still, we're waiting on one more for this match particularly. And do you think ProNexus Aurora can take a game, or do you think it's gonna be 2-0?
I think if they can clean up their team play and their communication like we talked about, I think they definitely have a shot. I think it would be nice to know what tracks are coming up. Let me look at the chat real quick. So,
sorry.
I'm looking at the tracks coming up. I mean, we're gonna see. Oh, you know, it's gonna be interesting because we're gonna see Ghost Valley again, and we're also gonna see Choco Island 1.
Oh.
So I think those are gonna be some interesting tracks. Again, those are the tracks that are gonna make it. I think if PNX can capitalize, because they didn't really capitalize on Vanilla Lake or Ghost Valley in the last match. So if they can capitalize on those tracks specifically, they definitely have a shot.
Yeah, and you know, for their sake, I hope they do. We are in a new match though, so you know, we can start fresh. You know, they're 0-0. No need to worry about what happened last match and whatnot. And we are going into Calamari Desert, which is, oh boy, very interesting track to say the least. I believe actually Astre used to be a world record holder on this track, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, all I know is that he's had world records, and that back spam hits 2 players. That's a really good back spam from Astre there. Yeah, this is okay. So the team colors are flipped now because the host changed. So
nice red from Speedy right there onto Astre.
But that's yeah.
I mean, but that top 2
there's almost no way that top 2. Yeah, there's almost no way they lose that top 2 now unless a shot comes in. That was a really good back spam. Lined it up with the mirror as well. That was really good use of that mirror. We don't see a lot of players use it just because it is really hard to do.
Oh, we do see a blue though, but that lead is so massive that I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter at all unless we see some reds and some shrooms and
red!
stars.
Speaking of which,
speaking of reds,
yeah, Secret FX with a really clutch red. Yeah, but and you know, really fortunate pull right there to get the red, but still a very strong race for PNX right there. Top 2-4, and kind of a similar start to last war. Hopefully they can carry the momentum to the next races instead of having it die. Yeah,
that was such a great play from Astre. Again, like I said, we don't see a lot of players use that mirror. It is very hard to do. The button is very small, and it's kind of out of the way of where your fingers are on the screen when you are actually like controlling your vehicle. But it is so powerful, especially in that scenario when there's almost no way that they were expecting a backspam there from Astre. So, and it hits 2 people. Shells often split like that in scenarios like that. So it's such a good backspam and a really good play.
We are going to Mushroom Gorge, I believe, T. I think he plays sort of similarly to Mushroom Gorge normal. I actually don't mind. I think normal and T, they're kind of traditional. Oh wow, that was a random green that hits both Astre and FX, and I believe.
And that red probably connect as well.
Yeah. No, it hits.
It's calm.
Yeah, hits calm right there, or Bachigal right there.
So again, another really good start for PNX. This is exactly what they need after the last match. So Astre dropping a little bit.
Yeah, interesting to see him drop. And that bomb. Oh, it doesn't hit anyone, but
Oof. And now
yeah.
top 2 back yet again.
Oh, that bomb is.
Okay, good bomb from Effect. So this should be guaranteed 6th place for Astre now, but they need to work on this top 2.
Yeah.
Haru and Kura. And
Interesting to see them go left path.
yeah, honestly, I'm not sure which path is faster there.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Oh, there's a bomb
think
smite.
they're
That's
pretty
promising.
even.
No, it doesn't get him.
Not quite. Not quite. I think Calm has to play defensive here. Yeah.
Oh, he gets a coin, unfortunately.
Coin in
but he can get a draft right here.
This draft, oh my gosh, huge.
Wow, he saved that race.
100%. Huge draft.
Wow. His play was insane. Getting up there in first, that is, that's why I think, Bachigal is really, really good at just, taking an inch and, getting a mile from it. 1, 2, 3, that would have been a top 2 if it wasn't for, a lot of his play right there. And also getting
I do want to point out, yeah, you really don't want to discount Calm. Bachigal, whatever name
he
you
uses.
Refer to him as. I think his improvement since World Cup last year, one of the most improved players the game has ever seen.
Yeah,
him and Speedy, just it's crazy how much they've improved. They're 2 of the best players in the game right now, no doubt.
Yeah,
and it started leading up to World Cup last year. And just a crazy amount of improvement.
And also like just the amount of like the difference in their play styles, because Speedy's more of a runner.
Yeah.
And Bachigal is more of a like an item pack player, but it's really nice to see how them improve over this past year. And we are going to Yoshi Circuit T, I believe. I think a very also huge heavy front running track compared to honestly Yoshi Circuit, the normal Yoshi Circuit.
Nice red, yeah, that red connects. So nice red from Bachigal there, and it looks like Sapphire are airing or having a little bit of an easier time with breaking up these top spots right away. This is what they need.
Yeah.
And yep, there's another ProNexus member gone. I think that's Haruru. That's only Kura up here. I'm actually going to try and drop a little bit. I actually like that play. He can try and get a dodge here.
And he does get one.
And
the
a bit of heart. However, do you want to point out the heart glitch is still a thing?
Yep.
So yeah, for those of you who don't know, yeah, he chains it. So for those of you who don't know, there is a glitch in the game right now where if you have a heart in your first item slot and you activate it, it will automatically use the item in your second slot as well. You can't separate the items. That's been a glitch since, I think, the beginning of this tour, right? So,
yeah, whenever the new update came out.
Yeah. So we don't know when Nintendo's going to fix it, but that is a glitch in the game. That's a double coin in third. Very unlucky for Calm.
But I think
again,
Astre
another draft. He gets into second.
Yeah,
here.
And Astre I think gets hit out too, and he's in first now.
First now with a heart and double protection. Yeah, this was looking good for Calm to get first.
Yeah. He has to be careful of the build though.
I think that was his teammates.
Yeah.
I think it was Jimmy's bill though.
We do see Star.
Okay. Star coming up. I think that's a ProNexus Star.
Oh, top 2! Oh. Speedy gets up.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, I think that was Jimmy's bill, so he was okay there. But yeah, I think I saw a Star warning. I'm pretty sure that was a ProNexus Star, but Speedy also got a mushroom, so it worked out. That was really well played from Calm, getting that draft onto. I think because what happened was he drafted into second, and then whoever was behind him redded the guy he drafted.
Yeah.
So really good team play and communication there to make that work.
And now only a 1-point lead for ProNexus Aurora. Unfortunately, kind of the same story as last time. They get a strong start, but unfortunately, it's slipping away. But it's still close. They still have the lead, but the momentum is just not really there for them. And we are going to Waluigi Pinball T.
Yeah, seeing Waluigi Pinball again, one of the best runners in the game. People would argue it is the best running track in the game, just because there's zero shortcuts.
Yeah, zero shortcuts.
Once you have that lead after the first set, it is very hard to break.
I do think T though.
There is a Oh,
Oh yeah, I think T kind of like, I mean, T has some, like, you can do some stuff with the pinballs, but I do agree that a lot of it is just, you know, a lot of it is just absolutely just pure running right here.
yeah. There are also target shock spots.
Mm-hmm.
And on T specifically, that it adds the one off of the last ramp that
Right.
enters the pinball set, the I don't know what you call it, but the bottom part of the pinball machine. So that is a really good target shock spot.
Yeah.
But again, actually, it is. I do want to point out: did we see any shocks last war? I think we may have saw like one.
We saw one
right?
shock. It was a Sapphire's shock, I believe, and I think that was just to get people.
Oh yeah, on
Sky Garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Jimmy shock. So one shock in that last match. So
Yeah.
again, right there is the ramp I'm referring to. So really the one way to
that's unfortunate.
good red onto Astre there,
Yeah.
but again, Aurora ends up too early
no.
and another backspin.
Astre is just getting hit out.
Just the amount of like just
stuff.
Effects' awareness with his backspams is just crazy. He like completely unexpected out of nowhere. He just can pull off plays like that all the time. It's crazy.
And honestly, it's so good because they're taking out the best runner, honestly, on Aurora, which is Astre.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're like catching up versus, oh, that bomb snipe. No, it doesn't hit.
Well, not quite. I think he tried to hit it off the pinball. That was a really good attempt.
Yeah.
Star being activated by that's effects.
Yeah.
Trying to take. I don't know if I think the guy was in a heart, so he didn't get hit, but he at least passes him up, so that's really good. 2, 3, 4 is good enough.
Oh, but a shock. That's definitely a peanut shock right there.
2 stars as well.
But Speedy's lead is so big, so it doesn't. Still, but a really good shock, and Romaine coming up clutch right now.
Yeah, just as I said about the shock, there it is. Not a target shock, a late shock, but 2 stars for ProNexus, that'll do it.
Yeah, and you know, even if the shocks don't come, they still provide a huge relief. For you know, that would have been like what, a 1-3-4 for Sapphire turned into a 2-3-4 for ProNexus Aurora, and it's a small win, I believe, +1, but still, you know, good. They're doing a good job keeping the pressure off, even though they did have to rely on the shock there.
Yeah.
I do want to see them trying to. I mean, they do establish the front presence, but I feel like the issue is that they can't keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Sapphire has that ability to hold it. I know there were a few races last war where they weren't able to, like Calamari, but here, like, that's the third race now where the rate. Although they did get top 2 on one race, but I think that race in particular, you got to be able, like on that track, especially Waluigi Pinball, you got to hold that that top presence.
And we are going to Sky Garden where the other shock did happen, so we might see another shock, but we will see it. T version, I think it's pretty typical. It kind of plays a little bit similarly to the normal version. Kind of a harder shortcut and Nisk, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I thought that he got the snipe on Speedy right there, but it's okay. He gets a red.
But he has a Schumann first, so that's a quick red, and he will be able to take the cut, but Astre still has the second red here. Yeah. So he's got to...
Astre taking the top side. I do believe the Nisk is actually slower in this version.
It might be.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
It would make sense.
He might get redded right here.
He can go for the red again.
Oh, it breaks.
Ooh. Yeah, very interesting how he played that. He could have thrown that much sooner. I think he was trying to, like... Yeah, I think...
Oh, shock!
There's a shock.
And that's a Dynamite Sapphire shock.
That's the Sapphire shock 100%.
Yeah. And that's a top 3 right now.
I think 2 heart dodges, and that's...
Yeah. And
Shroom as well.
Yeah, this
is curtains already for this race.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not quite.
I think I don't know if is taking the glider there fast, or do you want to dip down there? I'm not 100% sure on that.
I would assume you'd want to dip. I think I think he saw the red warning, so he was
Right.
trying to stay in the air and get that momentum if he got hit.
Right.
Because when you get hit in the air, you kind of like flip forwards and get momentum. So I think that's what he was trying to do there, but it broke. So it's possible he could have gotten third, but playing it safe. And really, he didn't need to take any risks. They were getting top two, 100% there.
Yeah. Now, Sapphire did take the lead right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, again, I think ProNexus did a good job. It was just that Jimmy got the shock there, and the baggers actually kind of having more of a presence this race or this war compared to last war. Already, I think 2 or 3 shocks, right?
Yeah, 2. And I think both of those. When I looked at the mini map after the shocks, both of those baggers were in 7th. So I'm not potentially 2 7th place shocks.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. So interesting how that plays out. I guess an eye for an eye in that instance, since it was that both teams in a row. So this is the first time we're seeing RMX Mario Circuit 1 this
interestingness there.
Series.
Oh, he gets it out.
But he gets punished for it anyway.
Yeah.
So this track is a very, very large shortcut at the very end. A lot of shrooms in play already, though, so we'll see. Yeah, I think Haru's just going to try and get into first at the cut there.
Oh, yeah, I think that was a stride right attempt from whoever the person was in 5th.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not.
Haru also dropped. That's interesting. He drops into the off-road to get a lower place box behind his mushroom. That's a pretty interesting play.
And as you mentioned, the huge cut right there.
Yeah.
We do see...
It's always a very close pack here going into the second lap because of that cut.
I think that was one of... I think Haru actually got hit out there. Or it was probably Kerr right there. Oh, this red. Okay. Oh, that's Speedy.
Right, this track, there's an extra element that's a nice red onto Speedy. I think he had a heart there. It was pretty greedy holding that.
Oh, top 3. Oh, what? Oh my goodness, he gets hit.
I was sure getting hit there. That was interesting.
Bachigal holding a star.
Also worth noting, Kura, another shock, and that's Sapphire shock 100% again. Good on Jimmy for pulling that. That's guaranteed first for Com.
Yeah, guaranteed first for Com.
Potentially more.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, they all took cut.
Yeah, that's a top 3. Oh my goodness. Jimmy proving why they put him in lineup, getting the shocks that was needed, and this is not looking good for PNX right now.
They were able to take cut there.
Yeah.
That's the classic RMX RMX Mario Circuit ending there.
Yeah, when you have shock. You just get yourself before boxes and just get power items to catch up.
Yeah, crazy. I was going to point out that I saw in first place, Kura used his horn. I'm not sure if he was getting redded, but he just used it out of... the only reason I can see him using that is he was getting redded. So
yeah.
But I did see that, but then the shock came, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
And right now we are going to Mushroom Gorge R. Mushroom Gorge R, very, very interesting track, bagging wise.
Yeah, so if we go...
Oh, actually, we might see the strat they might do if they pull shrooms.
We might see it. We might see it.
So
there's a very interesting respawn on this track. We might get to see occur by some of the Dynamite members. I actually don't know how many people know about this strat yet.
I think I saw some.
I'm assuming it's pretty well known now.
Yeah, I
probably
think
in Lounge. It's been used a good amount now, but this respawn strat is one of the silliest in the game. It is just.
I mean, I agree with that.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So it kind of does. So basically, if you respawn 3 times in a row backwards, the game just sends you forwards, right? So there's this huge long glider section at the beginning of this track. If we do play this track. But there's a huge long glider section on this track, and basically what they do is you can just fall off 3 times in a row, and then you get if you have a shroom, which I believe Astre might. Yes, Astre does pull it. So let's see if he does it or not. He doesn't do it. Okay, interesting. So I guess he doesn't know how to do it. But he will probably opt to take this respawn here.
I think FX is going for it.
Yeah, FX is. Yeah,
Yep,
and
there
you
it
see
is.
him in first place. But he does get the second place box, so fortunately not the best. But I think FX does have protection.
He has one protection, yeah, but yeah.
Oh, and he backs him! The audacity!
Yeah, no way for Astre to predict that.
Yeah.
I think the reason he was able to go for that was because he knew Astre had a mushroom, and that was called out by his teammates.
Mhm.
That back connects.
Yeah.
I think that connects on the speedy, but yeah, good. The reason he was able to do that was because of
goodness.
Good communication there. But
And we see
another
the
red.
we see
Oh,
the
here we go.
Yep.
Here it is. I think this is even faster without a mushroom, and
Yeah.
as you can see, he spawned 10 seconds forwards. Because of
Yeah.
that. Maybe not quite 10 seconds, but a drastic amount forwards because of that respawn. And just like that, 1-3.
Yeah, and he's gonna get in top second right there.
That's a second place box. That's a really good mushroom.
Yeah, and he gets
there.
a red off on one of them at least. Oh, there's a blue. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my goodness! What a
Wow!
That was miscommunication, I think, from Sapphire right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they were probably going for. They didn't communicate if the blue was gonna hit, and this is really good for Aurora. And honestly, this is a testament also to see how strong Sapphire's mental is, because they had that race, I believe, but because of the blue,
no, 100%.
The blue slipped right there, and well, we'll see what happens. Oops.
Yeah, that I think that blue, there was like no warning. That was thrown very close to him. So I think no matter what Calm did, he was going to get caught in that, or FX, unless the only thing that if FX went wide, I think Calm could have avoided it. But if Calm tried to go wide, he was getting hit by that regardless. There was nothing he could do there. Like, he already had an MT boost prepared, so like he was just gonna get caught in it regardless. But yeah, just crazy ending.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be a reopen, it looks like.
Yeah, it is.
But
dog's going crazy.
But even with that race, that's still a lead for Sapphire. What is that, 7 points? So yeah, definitely what if I mean, Aurora will take it. That's exactly what they need.
Yeah.
But how many is it, 5 left?
I believe 5 left, yes. And it's only a plus it's only a -7 for Aurora. So this is doable for Aurora.
I mean, that's exactly what they need.
Yeah.
With that's so much room to work with there now with getting that top 3. Like it's really worth mentioning how valuable those top spots are, especially in this game where there's less spots in general. There's only 8 players, so if you get the majority of the top spots, it's just so much more devastating. It's like how a lot of the time when casting Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 8, people talk about how the top spots in Wii are just so much more valuable than in 8 Deluxe because there's just less spots available in general. Also, the point spread in that game is a lot more brutal, but with less players in a match, that getting those top spots are just so much more valuable. And especially, like in this game, when you get a top 3, that's at least a +11, and the best race you can get is a +19, and that's a top 4. So, like, that spread of points is not very large. Yeah, I'm really liking how Aurora are playing right now. They've definitely stepped it up since match 1.
Yeah.
Adapting. I mean, you could argue that last race, the blue is what made the race, and that's, you know, an item that they managed to pull with the last set. But I mean, despite, like, FX was able to keep the lead because of the, like, those respawn strats were really helpful, but even with that, ProNexus were able to keep up. So,
right, yeah. And I mean, like, the blue is unfortunate for Sapphire, but I feel like Aurora did a good job like keeping, just not really keep like not having like the spots, but like just keeping up with them.
Yeah, definitely.
So I believe they're taking a little bit of time to join the room just to collect themselves and whatnot. And tactical DC, haha. But yeah. I guess. Boy. Yeah, it's been a meme around the community right now. Yeah. I have insider knowledge, so I guess I'll talk about this right now. So I'm currently casting in Super FX's house, and I'm with Super FX and Bachigal, and I saw Bachigal just go outside for a bit. So he's just probably trying to collect himself, calm down, which is fine, but he needs to like hurry up because there is a penalty, I believe, if you join the late room a little bit late.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, do you want to talk about the next tour? Because I'm actually pretty excited for the next tour.
Yeah, so if a next war happens,
what would happen?
Yeah, I think this will really be a test of for Sapphire. I really think all the pressure is on them. You know, they're trying to defend their title,
right?
And they of not only the best, not only the CWL champion, but the best team in the game. At the moment, they like all the pressure's on them to hold that up, and especially last season. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure they took that 2-0 that finals. So
yeah, and then a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, it was a weak."
Yeah, the last season their finals was 2-0 against Axel, the Japanese team that played in the tournament last season. So 2-0. So taking a loss in finals now may be pretty damaging for their mental. However, they did take an L last week in their semifinals, so I think they know how to overcome that.
Right.
But I mean, all the pressure right now because of just this being the finals and what this means.
You see the strat in play again.
Here's the strat again. If you didn't catch it the first time, again, this saves so much time. And that's an interesting play.
Yeah, he drops, I guess.
That's a really good way to actually drop out. So that was really good from Calm there. Green attempt.
Be careful of this red.
Quite gonna hit. He's got to drop.
Okay.
ASAP. I think the red's gone though, but that mega, good mega there from Haruru.
Oh, the snipe.
Yeah, I think he was opting or thinking about hopping into the grass, but not quite able to do so.
Yeah, and we see.
But this is still really good. Really good front right now for Aurora, but with the strat, Calm is right back up here, and this mega could do damage, although he has no shroom to follow it up. There's Speedy getting redded.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is not looking
too good. 2-3-5 right now.
2-3 though.
Oh, that was a close snipe attempt.
Not quite.
See if Speedy get.
Not quite. That would have been an insane. Insane.
So this actually could be. It depends on the baggers at this point. It looks like Romain is in 7th right now. But again, very good front presence. Actually, I think by Kura there, and Kura's actually doing a very good job right now.
Yeah,
we haven't talked about
Kura's. I think Kura's might be MVPing the whole war. I'm not sure, but he definitely was MVP for the team. Before the reset. So.
Right, and
doing a great job. I do want to point out, Calm was able to avoid the red that Astre had, but Haru came right in and megaed him. That was really good team play as well. Again, Haru just has that really good pack play awareness and knows what he can do with his items. And that was clearly shown there. So that was a really good play. And that resorted because now Calm in that instance he has to rely on the strat, and even then he only respawned in 5th or 4th. So yeah, like that. Like when you're forced into having to take those strats to catch up, it's really effective.
And we are going in RMX Ghost Valley 1, and are they bagging or no?
Romaine is in last. Yeah. I think no, but
yeah, Romaine's
Sapphire all running.
Yeah. And they're getting hit out. Wow.
That's a nice back spam. Yeah, they don't need to bag now. And actually, I don't think Astre had a shock glider, so that's also interesting that he's in last now.
Yeah.
That red connects.
This is a lot of front presence right now. There. Oh, the horn's kind of scary.
Horn is not what he wants. He might try and stop horn. Oh, not quite.
No.
So that's Haru in first now, but 2-3. Yeah, this could go away very quickly, and it will. Double coin. Oh,
that bomb was so clutch.
Yep, never mind. Haru able to hold on for just a little longer.
And
now it's like a... Calm is to be careful. This is Astre here.
Oh, he gets the red off.
Red connects. Still Astre up here, but this... He might get redded. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Oh my god, what happened? Top 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, Calm was in second, so we couldn't see what happened behind him, but it was really, Astre got hit out. It was, or no, wait. Oh no, that was Romaine. Romaine was the only one using that cart. So yeah, it was Romaine. Romaine didn't get hit, but everyone else just got.
Yeah. And that is such a key race right there. That honestly, and we're going into the last 3 races,
and here's the track we mentioned, Choco Island 1. This is gonna make it right here.
Yeah, this is gonna be so huge. If
Aurora needs to come back on this race.
Yeah, if they don't get a big race here, it's looking very grim for them.
Yeah, so like I do want to point out Aurora had a really good they tried their best, because that bomb, like you said, that took out Calm's red, that was a really good attempt. But again, if you're still in first going into an item set, it doesn't matter if you're taking out second place's items, because he's just going to get 2 more.
Yeah.
Calm opting to drop for mushrooms because it looks like Speedy and Jimmy are going to try and run it.
Yeah, and speaking of running, Astre is going to try to run it too. He does get double shroom, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, double shroom is very strong here.
And he gets a 4th place box. This could be a really good box here. Another shroom? That's okay.
Yeah, another shroom.
Just be careful of the star.
Oh, FX is winning the race. That's another star for him. Huge. No shroom for Astre here either. Yeah. That's unfortunate. An Aurora member got taken up for the cut as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Huge. Another
1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Another winning race.
And
like you cannot lose that track with those items.
Right.
Double stars going into first set. You win.
Basically.
Very well played from Kyle there from FX.
And we do see that I think we're going to Mushroom Gorge, if I'm not mistaken. And do you think
this is race 11?
Yeah, race 11. So does PNX run this? Do you think?
I think they have to.
Oh my god.
This lead is too big. They have to risk it. That's 2 insane races chained in a row. And like that Choco Island, that wasn't even that insane of a result, but considering it's Choco Island,
right?
That's all that they need. So that has such a huge impact on how the rest of these races are going to go. Again, we see double shrooms for Astre, so taking an early lead, and I think he'll have protection. His teammates are 3-4, so a really good start. Ooh, one of them gets taken out.
That was a little bit late on the banana, or getting at the banana.
A little bit of greedy.
Oh, the double bombs! That's going to take... Does that take out Haru or no? No, it doesn't. Wow.
Nope.
We get avoidance by Haru right there.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting play there. So top 2 still. Top 3.
Top 4? Oh my goodness.
And look at that mini map. That's a pretty spread pack.
Yeah.
So yeah, last place is touching the set right now. This is huge. One gets taken out, but this top 3, this is what they need.
Oh, that was a really good back. But there's a shock.
There's the shock.
Oh, it doesn't get Astre out though.
Not quite, but there's a Bill and a Heart Dodge. So top 2.
Ooh, interesting play right there, but
And
yeah, this is
there's, I
huge
mean, they can
lead.
get Shrooms here and take the cut, but
I don't know if that's enough though.
Calm is going to have Reds 100%.
Yeah.
And that's not a Shroom at all. That's exactly the opposite of what he wants. Yeah, top 2 is
My
going to be held
God.
there. Top 2, 4, 6.
Oh, that's
top
top
3,
3.
6.
Okay, that's over. That's over.
And just like that, Sapphire
Wow.
are your Division 1 champions. Second time in a row.
First time
And
since
the 3rd title being taken for Dynamite. What an
Yeah.
insane series.
I think this is the first time we've had a back-to-back champion since season 1 and season 2, I believe,
Since,
right?
and Tumbra.
And
yeah.
Tumbra, and guess who?
Crazy
Guess
stuff.
who has? Guess who led both of, or guess who was in both of those teams?
Yeah.
Super FX.
Wow.
Yeah.
These, I really want to have these last 3 races for Sapphire, like 3 of the most insane races they've ever played.
Yeah.
Honestly, not even like just in how they played out, but like the impact that the races had, like, and just how much pressure they have on them in this moment, and how well they played them just in a row like that is crazy.
Yeah, and
Just
oh my God,
play.
he's giving us the MK8 POV right there of just spamming the mirror.
Yep, and yep.
And we just see.
So here's the me outfits that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So this is a heart special item. So you don't see these because they are, as you can see, it's a medium character, or even that might even be large. I'm not sure.
I think it's medium. It's like, I think the smallest one gives a medium, and then the larger one gives a large.
Okay, so the hitbox is pretty large in comparison to like the shy guys. So you don't.
Which is unfortunate because even with the smaller Miis, you can honestly, even with the smaller Miis, they give them a medium-sized like Kart, which is kind of unfortunate because I would just be repping me the entire time if that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And we do see I think one of them got farmed, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Officially Dynamite Sapphire are your season 8 Division 1 champions. And I just want to say that even though ProNexus Aurora, like, you know, fell short, their road to like coming back from being down 3-0 or going down 0-3 in the season is very commendable. And you know, even
they played very well.
Yeah.
Before Sapphire were able to get the momentum after the reset, but before that they were playing very well.
Yeah, and I think, you know, and even in those races, I think, you know, PNX played well, but it was just a few things that just went Sapphire's way. And whether it be just better play or just, you know, some really good pulls and whatnot, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, if you win 2 times in a row, I think you are the champions. But yeah, I think that'll be it. There will be I think we'll be hosting a tournament next week, probably a me style tournament next week for CW for Mario Kart Tour. Couldn't do it because of CWL finals, but we will be doing that just to celebrate the Miis and whatnot. But after that, we'll maybe see you for maybe a small little tournament before we jump into maybe CWL and maybe something a bit bigger. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm T.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by...
And I'm Mitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely stick around. Be checking Mario Kart Central. Check out our Discord server, which you can find on Mario Kart Central or in Mario Kart Central's Discord server. But the Mario Kart Tour competitive server is where you can get updates about upcoming tournaments. Like T said, if this Me tournament happens next weekend, you'll hear about that in the server. But yeah, this was a really, really good series to cast. I'm really happy it turned out so well. Again, congrats to Sapphire on their win, and yeah, really good matches today. So thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you again soon.
Yep. Bye bye. See ya.